We open in Macau, where a skilled hacker named Zai Meng breaks into the police surveillance system and messes with their footage. An officer notices a brief flicker of static on his screen but dismisses it as nothing. Then an alarm suddenly goes off. A major bank has been broken into. The police immediately deploy their best team and activate their AI surveillance system called Spice. The computer scans every camera in the city and locates the getaway car, though strangely the thieves' hands appear completely empty. Multiple police units race to the location only to find the street deserted. Back at the station, officers can still see the car on their screens and slowly realize they've been fed fake footage. The thieves are already gone. The next day, investigators discover only one vault was robbed. It belongs to a wealthy businessman who kept a notebook inside containing half the password to his cryptocurrency account, worth $500 million. The scene moves to Macau Tower, where the same gang takes over the offices of a digital asset management company. Several employees are beaten and the entire staff is taken hostage. One employee is forced to open the server room door and a team member named Xiao Xin gets to work at a computer while Zai Meng accesses the system remotely. While downloading the file with the other half of the encrypted password, they notice something significant. This company works with powerful clients, including the CEO of the country's most important crypto asset. His account carries military-grade protection and is worth $10 billion. Zai Meng tells Xiao Xin to copy that information too, ignoring the gang's leader Long Sheng when he tells them not to waste time. At that moment, the police arrive and the gang rushes to the elevator. Long Sheng had been sitting at a cafe in the lobby the whole time, so he simply walks away without drawing attention, though he accidentally steps in front of a barista just as she takes a photo. When the rest of the gang comes out of the elevator, the police spot them immediately and a chase begins. The criminals fight through civilians trying to find an exit but eventually get cornered with officers closing in. A fierce battle breaks out, and in the struggle the thieves manage to grab Captain Yao Lei as a hostage. With their captain at knife point, the other officers can't fire and watch helplessly as the criminals drag him into the elevator. Up in the elevator, Yao Lei doesn't stay quiet. He starts fighting back, but it's one man against four and they overpower him, handcuffing him to the railing. The gang gets off at the observation deck at the top of the tower. Yao Lei quickly picks his handcuffs and chases after them, but the thieves have brought parachutes and simply leap off. On their way out, they shove a woman off the edge and Yao Lei has to pull her back to safety rather than pursue them. With the elevators hacked and useless, Yao Lei tackles a bungee jumper mid-jump and rides it down, landing safely on an emergency inflatable mattress below. The thieves land on a hotel rooftop where another police team is already waiting. Another fight breaks out and the criminals handle the officers efficiently before using hidden tools and masks to jump off the roof. They quickly change clothes while Zai Meng continues wiping footage from every security camera in range, keeping Spice completely blind. Soon the entire police surveillance system shuts down and Yao Lei begins searching the hotel on foot. His team switches on body cameras to capture every passing face, hoping the recognition software will flag someone. Meanwhile, Long Sheng slips into the hotel in disguise and creates a series of distractions to keep management's attention away from his crew. The thieves move through the hotel, constantly cycling through new disguises: tourists, employees, whoever they need to be. Yao Lei spots Xiao Xin and recognizes an earring from the elevator fight and gives chase, but Xiao Xin sits down calmly in the busy cafeteria and blends in with the crowd. Then a camera flags someone whose face isn't in the system and officers rush after that person instead. Long Sheng deliberately bumps into an officer to smear his body camera lens. Xiao Xin uses that window to slip away dressed as a woman while another gang member transforms into an elderly man. In the lobby, a special light event draws a crowd and the remaining thieves blend in by posing as security. When officers arrive, the criminals drop into the decorations pit and crawl out underneath the platform, disappearing completely. Back at the station, the businessman whose vault was robbed is completely losing it, yelling and breaking things because his account has been emptied. The team gathers to decide their next move and Inspector Zumai suggests bringing back her retired boss. Yao Lei pushes back. An old man won't know how to handle AI tracking technology. Zumai reminds him that Spice is useless now that it's been hacked. What they need is someone who remembers how to do police work the old-fashioned way. Officers Jin Xiao and Qiu Guo are sent to recruit the legendary Agent Wang. His file reads like something extraordinary: Special Ops Champion, Police Hand-to-Hand Combat Champion, Proficient in Firearms and Intelligence Gathering across multiple disciplines. There is one mark against him though. He once accidentally got his partner killed. When the two officers arrive at a quiet residential neighborhood, they find Wang walking dogs. Qiu Guo follows him to a cafe and tries to play it cool, pretending to be a student. Wang sits at her table and immediately dismantles the act. He tells her he's known she and Jin Xiao have been following him all day and even knows her name. It turns out Qiu Guo is the daughter of his late best friend and they haven't seen each other since she was a small child. Wang congratulates her warmly for inheriting her father's badge number and then calmly lists every single mistake the two officers made while tailing him, and casually reveals he's been holding Jin Xiao's badge the whole time without Jin Xiao ever noticing. Wang arrives at the station and gets straight to work. He sits down with all the footage the police managed to gather, body cam recordings and whatever the hotel could salvage before it got hacked, and within just a few minutes identifies all of the thieves. The reason is simple. They kept looking directly at the cameras to check whether they were still running. A mistake that a machine wouldn't catch, but a trained human eye would. After piecing together all the screenshots they could find, Wang notices a recurring figure, a man in a long coat who appears in the footage far too often to be coincidental. Then the photo the barista accidentally took arrives at the station and the police confirm this man was also part of the gang. Wang's memory triggers immediately. He believes this is a former agent known as the Shadow, a legendary figure who served an elite assassination squad during the war, quit the force in the 1980s to seek wealth, and vanished completely in 1999. Wang wants to send out a surveillance team to find him. Zumai explains that surveillance teams no longer exist because Spice replaced them entirely, but she agrees to let Wang form an emergency squad for this specific case. Wang is deeply skeptical. Nobody can be properly trained for this kind of work in such a short time. That evening Wang sits alone on the rooftop drinking quietly, his mind going back to the night Chu Guo's father died. He makes a quiet promise to his old friend's memory that he'll take good care of her. The next morning Wang announces the formation of the surveillance team and Chu Guo signs up. He teaches them how to move through a crowd without telegraphing that they're police and how to absorb and retain every small detail no matter how insignificant it seems. On their first day out on the street the team fans out pretending to be ordinary citizens. Wang keeps Chu Guo in the van with him rather than sending her out. She's his hidden ace, the one member of the team the criminals haven't seen. Whenever someone makes a mistake Wang doesn't call them over the radio. He gets out of the van personally just to go and scold them. 12 days in, Zimeng is quietly planning what he intends to be the gang's last job, a final mission so Long Sheng can find peace and they can all retire for good. He's located the server housing the CEO's $10 billion account, but accessing the digital vault is going to be extremely difficult. A flashback fills in the gang's history. All of them are orphans. Long Sheng used to visit them regularly as children, bringing money and looking after them. In return the boys helped hide Long Sheng from the police back in 1999 when he was being hunted. They've been a family ever since. On day 15 Chu Guo slips out of the van to get food and on the way back witnesses a group of drunk men attacking some women. Wang's voice comes through her earpiece reminding her she's undercover and to call the regular police. Chu Guo ignores him and wades straight in. She holds her own for a while but there are simply too many men. Then Wang appears and takes every single one of them down in seconds completely effortlessly while the victims run off. Shortly after Wang spots who he believes is Long Sheng at the local market and immediately puts the team on alert. He positions everyone to surround the area and asks Chu Guo to follow up close since she's the only member of the team Long Sheng has never seen. When Long Sheng almost catches two of the watching officers they pull each other into a kiss to hide their faces. Chu Guo drops to the ground pretending to look for something and catches Long Sheng's reflection, confirming his identity. Wang keeps everyone completely still and Long Sheng leaves the market without any suspicion. The team shadows him carefully and discovers which building he's going into. Chu Guo decides to follow him inside. Long Sheng recognizes her from the market and quietly readies his knife. At the same moment Wang is reviewing the footage and notices Long Sheng glanced at Chu Guo twice. He's going to recognize her. Wang rushes into the building and improvises brilliantly, playing the role of her scolding father and removing her earpiece to make it look natural. He strikes up a casual conversation with Long Sheng and offers him an apple, one with a tiny hidden camera inside. Long Sheng takes a bite and drops the core in the elevator before the doors close. The Apple camera captures exactly what floor he's heading to, the 8th floor. Jin Xiao races ahead and installs hidden cameras in the corridor and they confirm Long Sheng lives in apartment 802. The team rents an apartment across the street to maintain constant surveillance and starts going through his trash. They find a pile of torn unsolvable Sudoku puzzles. Meanwhile through their cameras they watch Long Sheng spend his time at home popping bubble wrap. Strange behavior that doesn't immediately make sense. At the market Wang continues his cover as a neighbor and Long Sheng approaches him for casual small talk while secretly scanning him for hidden devices. The two men have a relaxed conversation about their fake lives and Wang claims his calluses come from playing cards because he has a gambling problem, not from holding a gun. Then Wang does something bold, he invites Long Sheng to dinner. To everyone's absolute shock Long Sheng accepts. That evening Wang and Chu Guo arrange to use the nervous woman's apartment, this time paying her properly. Long Sheng arrives and immediately scans every corner of the room for bugs and cameras. During dinner he places his phone on the table and Chu Guo puts hers down too, using it to steal his data. Long Sheng methodically tests them both with careful questions designed to see if their stories hold up. Wang knows enough real details about Chu Guo's actual childhood to answer convincingly. And in that moment Chiu Guo realizes something moving. Wang has always been watching over her from a distance even all these years. After leaving, Long Sheng asks Zai Meng to run background checks on Wang and Chiu Guo. What Long Sheng doesn't know is that Zai Meng has had cameras on that apartment the whole time. The police anticipated this and prepared fake profiles for both of them. The next day officers search Long Sheng's apartment and find an entire cabinet full of bubble wrap. Wang stares at it and it suddenly clicks. The bubble wrap and the unsolvable Sudoku puzzles are connected. Together they form a Braille code. Then everything goes violently wrong. A truck slams into the surveillance van and sends it rolling straight into the police building. The truck splits apart and a squad of mercenaries pours out, hitting the van again to knock everyone unconscious before storming the station. Officers are killed and explosions take out police vehicles. Zumai immediately recognizes this as a distraction and orders the surveillance team to stay on the street and keep looking for Long Sheng. Chiu Guo wakes up and pulls Wang from the wreckage before grabbing a weapon and joining the fight, dropping multiple mercenaries with impressive accuracy. Wang comes to and together they bring down the last men in the room. Outside, 2 members of the surveillance team locate Long Sheng at an abandoned orphanage. Zumai is about to give orders when the entire police building loses power and all communication cuts out. Inside the orphanage, Long Sheng finds a group of thugs waiting and immediately realizes that Zai Meng has set him up. But Long Sheng is an extraordinary fighter even now. He takes on all the thugs simultaneously with his knife, brutal and precise, taking some wounds but cutting through every single one of them. In the orphanage, Long Sheng has killed all the thugs after a brutal, exhausting fight. He points his knife furiously at a camera when Zai Wang, Zai Meng's other brother, appears and calmly tells Long Sheng that sending the thugs was his idea. As Zai Meng panics because his brother's involvement was never part of the plan, Zai Wang explains his reasoning. Long Sheng has simply become too dangerous to keep around. Then he attacks. Both men are exceptional warriors and they tear into each other ferociously until they crash through a window together. When Zai Wang hits the ground, he looks down and finds Long Sheng's knife buried in his stomach. Long Sheng gets his hands around Zai Wang's throat. When Zai Wang tries to use the knife against him, Long Sheng turns it around and kills his favorite son. With cops surrounding the orphanage and Long Sheng in tears, Zai Meng has no choice but to activate the explosives as planned. In the rubble of the orphanage, Long Sheng crawls out alive. He weeps for Zai Wang. When the police surround him, he surrenders and says he'll cooperate. Back at the station, Zumai reactivates Spice and within moments the AI locates the thieves' van. The police give chase to the same hotel as before and the gang splits in different directions. Wang finds Zai Meng in the laundry room and they start fighting, but 2 other gang members cut in and tell Zai Meng to run while they deal with Wang. Outside, Chiu Guo spots a large public event underway and correctly guesses Zai Meng will try to disappear into the crowd but can't find him. In a police truck, Yao Lei hands Long Sheng his phone and tells him to call Zai Meng. But Zai Meng immediately recognizes that Long Sheng is stalling for time and starts moving again. Chiu Guo falls back on everything Wang taught her and finds Zai Meng the old-fashioned way, by spotting a man in the crowd checking on the cameras. At that exact moment, Zai Meng remotely kills her earpiece. In the police truck, Long Sheng drops his phone as a distraction and launches into the officers, setting off a gas grenade and using the chaos to bring them all down. After freeing himself from his handcuffs, he provides the police with Zai Meng's description. Jin Xiao spots someone matching it and gives chase alone since he can't reach his team. But Long Sheng crosses his path and stabs him to stop him. Then Long Sheng catches up to Zai Meng himself, stabbing him multiple times before turning the knife on him one final time. Before dying, Zai Meng gives Long Sheng the crypto password. The police arrest the 2 thugs in the laundry room. Time passes. The police have no leads on Long Sheng because the stolen money hasn't moved at all. Wang puts it simply, Long Sheng is old school. Chiu Guo immediately understands. Long Sheng has no idea how to cash out cryptocurrency. The 2 of them return to surveillance, and while Wang is out getting food, Chiu Guo notices the wealthy businessman heading into a hotel. She follows him and discovers that Long Sheng has contacted him, offering the crypto password in exchange for cash. They're supposed to meet at a tea house that afternoon. Rather than waiting for her team, Chiu Guo goes to the tea house alone. Long Sheng recognizes her the moment he sees her. She keeps him talking to buy time while the police quietly surround the building. Long Sheng hears them moving into position, knocks Chiu Guo out, and heads for the back door, where Wang is already waiting. What follows is one final brutal fight through the entire tea house. He hurls a boiling pot to slow Long Sheng down and they battle through the whole room using tea house implements and smashing furniture before falling into a small cramped storage area where they're forced to fight on their knees. And then the floor gives way and both men crash back into the main room below. Long Sheng moves in to finish Wang off, but Chiu Guo wakes up just in time and hits him from behind. He turns on her instead. Wang throws himself back into the fight to help, and in the struggle Long Sheng slashes his neck. Chu Guo tackles Long Sheng to stop him, and he uses that moment to break free and run while she rushes to check on Wang. The cut isn't deep enough to kill him. Chu Guo goes after Long Sheng alone. Using everything Wang ever taught her, noticing every small detail, reading the environment carefully, she tracks him down and sends his location to the team. Working together they seal off every street. Long Sheng, completely spent from everything he's been through, launches himself at Chu Guo one last time. But he has nothing left. She overpowers him with ease. Long Sheng is finally under arrest, and everyone celebrates. Later, it's revealed that Zai Meng and Jai Wang were not twins, there were actually 3 brothers. A third who was adopted by foreign parents as a child and has been completely off the radar the entire time. He was listening to the police station's security cameras throughout everything. He heard Zai Meng whisper the crypto password to Long Sheng before dying. And now quietly and without anyone knowing, he unlocks the $10 billion crypto account, and uses the money to place a bounty on Wang, Chu Guo, and Long Sheng. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe for more notifications. Until next time. See you soon.